Hey, the book of Hebrews has always been a little bit of a mystery to me. I've got to confess that for a long time I thought the book of Hebrews was in the Old Testament, and because it just sounds like something that belongs in the Old Testament. And so people would say, "Hey, turn to the book of Hebrews," and I'd be flipping around Leviticus and I couldn't find it, and I would be like, "This makes no sense. It's Hebrews. It should be in the Old Testament." It was a mystery, and it turns out it's kind of a mystery book. It's got a mystery writer. That's right. And we know that God is the author of Hebrews, but we don't know who he transcribed it to. So there's this mystery writer. But the thing is, the whole point of Hebrews is this. The mystery writer wants to make sure that God is not a mystery, that we understand who God is and we know what God looks like. That's the whole point. And he wants to make sure that it's not a mystery. Because all through the Old Testament, we just got kind of this partial picture of God. We got this incomplete picture of God. It was just kind of like a half a picture. But all of a sudden, the New Testament comes along and we get this complete picture of God. And we get this complete picture in the form of a person. We get this complete picture of God in the form of Jesus. And the mystery writer wanted to make that clear, that Jesus is the culmination of the Old Testament. Jesus is the point, okay, of everything. And Jesus is the full and final revelation of God. God had used different things to reveal himself to his people over the years, but all of a sudden, Jesus comes on the scene, and he is the full and final revelation of God. This is what God looks like. History's been leading up to Jesus, and we don't have this partial picture of God anymore. We've got a complete picture of God. We got God with skin on. And so we know what God looks like. We know how God treats people. It's a beautiful thing. We know that Jesus is the maker and maintainer of everything. And so the mystery is solved. Verses 1 through 4 says this. Check this out. Long ago, at different times and in various ways, God's voice came to our ancestors through the Hebrew prophets. So God revealed himself through men. God revealed himself through his prophets. But now he's done something really crazy. But in these last days, it has come to us through his Son. The one who has been given dominion over all things and through whom all things were made. This is the one who, imprinted with God's image, shimmering with his glory, sustains all that exists through the power of his word. He was seated at the right hand of God once he himself has made the offering that purified us from all our sins. So here is Jesus, okay? He has been imprinted with God's image. It's kind of like this coin or this one. They have the images of different presidents on them. If we want to know what these presidents look like or what we believe that they look like, we can look at this. It's a constant reminder of, okay, that's probably what they look like, all right? Now, Jesus is a constant reminder to us what God looks like. If we want to see God, we need to look at Jesus. If we want to see how God moves and grooves, we need to get to know Jesus. And it tells us also Jesus' mission has been accomplished. He came to this earth and he made himself the offering that purified us from our sins. Wow. Mission accomplished. The mystery has been solved, and we've been given hope, and we've been given purpose. And if we want to know God, get to know Jesus. Look at what Jesus did in the Word. Look at how Jesus treats people. Look at the way Jesus interacted with the people that he loved. And then we'll get to know the face of God. God bless you guys. Giddy up.